my gosh, we are here. Hey, y'all, it's your girl Sky back with another video. Wow, I haven't streamed in so long. My nerves are crazy. So I'm just going to wait for some people to hop on and let me know how my audio is. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so it can get pushed out to more people in the algorithm. And whew, can we just take a moment for this setup? I mean, I have a new mic. My camera settings are amazing. This beat is giving the look, like everything. And it's so funny because I wore this dress before in one of my YouTube videos, and I learned this new thing, and it's kind of similar to Hollywood. As you know, I have a background in film, and it's called continuity. And one of my mentors wears the same color shirt in majority of his videos. And I'm not going to go to that extent. But because the video that I wore this dress in performed really well, I was like, for continuity, let's wear this same thing. So go ahead and let me know if you could drop a comment and let me know how my audio is. That would be fantastic. And I'm also going to ask my moderator how is audio. But yeah, you guys, I'm so excited to be here. We have so much to talk about today. It's really insane. You said audio is good. Yes, now I can decompress because when you go live, you don't know, how everything is looking and sounding. So, ooh, let's go ahead and turn that off. I don't even know how to mute that, but hey, let's get it going. So again, it's your girl Sky back with another video. I have a new setup. I'm excited. I'm proud of myself. We've come a long way. So now it's time for YouTube to stop playing with me because I was really close to giving up. If I didn't have the YouTube community that I built, and I mean, on Facebook, I have a group. There's now 11 of us. So that's exciting. And we just push each other and we hold each other accountable. And when I took a break after my 90-day challenge, I had my YouTube community to hold me, to hold me up during that time. I was going through a lot in my life. And so that's why I didn't really finish the challenge strong, but I'm still proud of myself for committing 90 days to my YouTube channel. And because of that hard work and because of the YouTube community, there is one member, and I am going to pop his channel up in a second. And his YouTube channel is called the ATL Flippers, but I just want to talk before I pop it up. He was like, Sky, I really love your content. I found you through a live stream, and I really think you should niche down. And so many people had been telling me that. I also invested into a course. It's called the Ultimate Branding Course, and you can check it out in my link. And they talk about how niching down is so important, especially when you first start off. I believe that you can have a big personal brand and venture into different, different versions of yourself, different content, and show people the layers of you once you have established an audience, And I think for me, there was some confusion there, right? So I saw people that I wanted to be like, let's say, for example, Tabitha Brown. And I was like, well, she does multiple things. But then I had to realize, and thankfully for my course and all of my mentors and all of the people who support me in this channel, they helped me realize that, yeah, but if you named one thing or one type of content that Tabitha Brown did to make her go viral and successful, it would be vegan food. It would be food, and then specifically vegan food. And then she branched out and started to do different things. And that's when I had my aha moment, because for the longest I was trying to, beat the odds and build a personal brand and not hyper niche down on YouTube. But essentially, it costed me 2 years of very slow growth on this platform. And I have seen people in my YouTube community, I have seen my peers, my friends start YouTube channels and surpass what I've done in a short period of time because they niche down and because people can go onto their channel or onto their page and know exactly what they do and whether or not they want to be a part of that. And thank you for dropping some comments. Yeah, if you're watching live, drop a comment. I'm going to get to those in just a second. I just want to just get into the intro of what I've been going through and just bring you guys into what this process is like. Like content creation, it's not easy. It's very difficult to put yourself out there, and it's even more difficult to do it live because people can see all of the mistakes and just see you being this real person, right? And so when I did my 90-day challenge, although I was excited and I was going in and I didn't niche down fully, I was terrified to be myself. I was shocked that some of you guys would be in the comments like, "Oh, your personality is everything," or, "Stay how you are." I'm like, "How do you see that?" Because I edit all of that out, which means that for the longest on my YouTube channel, I've been a second version of myself. Excuse me, let me process that. And no, I'm not crying. My nose is just like a little what you call it. It's a little stuffy because I did a full beat, as you can see. And every time I do a full face, my nose, like the powder and stuff gets in there. And so it doesn't like that. Makeup. If you're a makeup girl, for some reason the sinuses be like, But anywho, getting back on topic, I haven't been myself on my YouTube channel. I've always been like a version of me. And even when I did kind of have a small niche of personal development, I wasn't even putting my personality into those videos. And if you know anything about me, then or you study content, you know that there's always this question of what sets you apart. And for me, it's my personality. Every person that I've dated, every friend that I've had, family member, we just had our cousin stay, and she's a grown woman. She's older than me. Maybe she's upper 30s, 40s. We just had our cousin stay at our house for about a week, and she was like, "Girl, you are silly. You're goofy. You're just so different." And I'm not, tooting my horn, but you have to know what your strengths are, and that's one of my strengths. I went to film school and I was studying acting, and all of my teachers were like, "You can have this if you really want it. You have to really want it." And that's why I laugh sometimes internally when people say that they want to do content, but they have no idea the amount of effort that it takes and the hard work that goes into this. Even just if you go back and you watch my first live stream that I did January of 2024, and then you go back to today's August 17th, 2024, I put in a lot of work to get this to look how it looks today. And I'm not even monetized yet. So within those 2 years, yeah, which is really, really crazy. Within those 2 years, I still showed up. Maybe not every day, maybe not every week, but I listened to the fact that God put this on my heart and on my mind for a reason. And a lot of people within 2 years would be like, "I'm not doing this anymore. The payoff isn't there," you know? But I have small growth, and I've connected with people, and I've built a community, and I deserve to be here. And sometimes we struggle with certain things, like for me, editing, which is why I was like, yo, the main reason that I haven't been consistent on YouTube is because I just dread editing. And I was reminded by my brother that's in ATL Flippers, that's his YouTube channel. I was reminded that, hey, you can live stream. You've done it before. You enjoyed it. That's how I found your channel. Like, Sky, you need to be going live every single day. And then I reached out to my sis, Nala Wright. She's also on YouTube. She did a live stream as well. See, there you go right there. Hey, brother. Thank you for calling me that day and getting me together. Actually, was that yesterday or the day before? The day before yesterday. And I got right on it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let me get straight to it. And I'm appreciative of that. And I also reached out to my sis Nala Wright, and she did a 30-day live stream challenge, and it definitely helped her get monetized. And she talked about that. She sent me some advice, some love, and then she also sent me one of her videos. So I started studying her content, which is really good because what I've learned from Nala is that I need to slow down. The pacing of her videos are amazing. Now, everyone has their different style. Like, I'm from Chicago, so, obviously we talk really fast. I'm a city girl through the core. So I'm like, okay, we can learn from everybody. And I'm just grateful for all the people that help push me back into this space of creating. Because now that I remember, for some reason I forgot, now that I remember about live streaming, I can do it every day. I have the time, I have the energy, and I'm just always wanting to create content. I have so many ideas. And as I was saying earlier, I've just not done it because I just haven't been fully myself. And I just need to get back to me and find me again. And I want to bring you guys into the journey of that. Let me get into some of these comments because you guys are showing so much love and I appreciate that. Lavender Afternoons with Tanya. She's been here for a minute. Hey girl, do you see the setup? Like, wow. And she said, once I built my personal brand, I will branch into many other passions. I wasted so much time trying to beat the odds. Haha, I felt that. Oh, those were my words. Yeah. She said she felt that. Yeah, girl, it's real talk. And I will put myself out there and say, yes, I tried to beat the odds. I tried to do something different, but if something works, then you need to stick with that. You are going to really stress yourself out trying to do something that hasn't been done or trying to recreate something that's been done years ago. YouTube is not that platform anymore, and neither is TikTok or Instagram, where you can just like throw stuff against the wall for a long period of time because the algorithm will truly not understand you, right? So when you have a niche, the algorithm is going to push that content out to a specific group of people. If that group of people watches that video, that's really good for your channel, and they're going to put it out to more people. Still people who fit that demographic, still people who fit that target audience. But if they continue to watch and they continue to watch, then it will push out to people that's not necessarily in your targeted audience. Like, you know how you're on TikTok or you're on YouTube and you're like, "Oh, this video is viral." It's not necessarily something I usually watch, but you click it because it's viral. Well, it made it to your algorithm because it was on so many algorithms and it just took off. And so that's why it's really important to niche down. And I am listening. And again, if it wasn't for my YouTube family, if it wasn't for the ultimate branding course community, and the reason I say that course is because it's a community. It's over 30,000 women who have invested into the course, and they just do a really good job of keeping it simple and telling you how it is, okay? And they don't sugarcoat nothing. They're just like, yeah, your content sucks and you need to do better. And sometimes we need some of that. But anywho, let me get back into these comments. SW said, yes, SW is my mod, by the way, for all transparency. She also said, you have an amazing personality. Thank you so much. Seaside Adventures is in my YouTube community. And she is so amazing. We be bonding, we be talking. She said, that's right. Just keep showing up. That's what it's all about. And you have to really be realistic with yourself and ask, like, in what way can I show up consistently? And I think for me, that is live streaming. I know that as far as aesthetics go on Instagram, which is why I invested in this setup here today, live streaming looks a little bit different than your typical long form video. If you don't know anything about content creation, when you click a video and it looks like it's scripted, they have everything they need to say, they have their bullet points and all that. There's no breaths, there's no pauses. It's because it's an edited video. They've taken things out that doesn't need to be there. And that looks a little bit different from a live stream. It also goes on your page differently. It goes on live instead of on videos. So I'm just like, okay, I know for a fact I can show up consistently live. So I need to focus on that first. And then when I have the time and the energy, get up my long form content. Okay. ATL Flipper said, great job. So proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. You are like a big brother to me, and I'm so lucky to have big brothers. And you are one of those God-given brothers that I love and appreciate. So hey, that's just how we talk in Chicago. Yeah, we talk really fast. So my dear loving mod, who's also blood family, um, please tell me to slow down when I am talking too fast because right now I'm just trying to pace myself and I'm also nervous. but I'm just trying to make sure I don't go too ham when it comes to you know, uh talking fast, cuz your girl will talk fast. All right, you said love the Minnie Mouse hairband. Where did I get it from? Okay, my mom does a lot of shopping for me, so I got this from my mom. And then Kofi World said, "Gang, Kofi World just joined my YouTube Facebook group. We are a group of 11 now, and we all have YouTube channels, and we are all growing and flowing together and holding each other accountable. And if it wasn't for them, there's a possibility that I would have taken an even longer break from my YouTube channel after my 90-day challenge. So, just getting back into what I've been experiencing and what I've been learning, I just want to say that this is definitely a marathon. This is not a sprint. When you want to do content, or even when you are supporting a content creator, give it time, especially family and friends. Like I tell them all the time, like, listen, the people who stick with this build very successful brands, but it takes time. It's not one of those things that's going to happen overnight. And if you really want this, you're going to be okay with that. It doesn't matter what you do in life, no matter what career path. If you are trying to, even school, like if you're really trying to learn something, it takes time. I can't tell you how many times I have gone back into the course that I bought. And this is not to sell the course, but I cannot tell you how many times I go back in there and I'm like, wait a minute, and I'll ask a question and then I'll rewatch the module because I'm just one of those people. Like it takes me time to learn something, just like it takes someone 9 times to be marketed something before they buy it on average. So you just got to give it time. And that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give myself time to really figure out what I want to do with this channel. And that's why I wanted to just bring this video today without much like planning and without as far as like marketing on YouTube, like, oh, I'm going live tomorrow. No, I think I posted at 3:30 and I was like, I'm going live at 6 p.m. And it's funny because I actually meant to do start at 6:30, but once I put it out there in the world, I was like, hey, gotta show up. And that is the reality of how these things go. So that is the first part of what I wanted to talk about today. I also want to talk about my 90-day challenge. Listen, do not do a 90-day challenge. Okay. 30 days is great. 14 days is even more awesome. 7 days is where you want to go. Because if you do a 7-day challenge, which is what I'm doing now, I'm doing a 7-day live stream challenge. If you do a 7-day challenge, you give yourself the time to extend that challenge. Okay. You learn things and you also give yourself the time to end that challenge in 7 days. But if you decide to do a 14-day or a 21-day or a 31-day challenge publicly, and it's like creating content, babe, that's a lot. That is a lot. So that's why for this challenge, I'm committing to 7 days. And then after that, what I love that I learned from Nala is that she didn't make like a specific schedule or time. She was just like, I'm going to try to go live every day for 30 days. And she said she only missed 2 days. Me, I'm putting into the universe that I'm doing a 7-day live stream challenge. And then after those 7 days, I'm going to go live every time I'm inspired. I'm going to create content every time I'm inspired. And there's so much freedom in that. There is so much freedom in that. And I'm so glad that I was listening to people talk about live streaming and talk about the freedom in it as a creative. Because if I don't have to worry about spending a day or two planning and researching, spending, 2 to 3 days editing a video, which is how long it takes me. If it takes you shorter, kudos to you. That's phenomenal. Then I could post and put out more content right now. And this is me being so transparent, and I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. But right now, y'all, I have 2 months worth of content unedited. 2 months worth. So I have about let me pull up the actual Google Drive, because when I sat there and looked at this, when I started planning things, I was like, how did I get this far behind in editing? And I truly, to this day, I still don't know how I got so behind on editing, but I really am behind on editing. So it's not that I'm not creating content, because I am creating content. It's just I'm not getting it up there because there's so much that comes after you've created a video. So for me now, I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, well, at the end of the day, I know I can go live. I know I can serve personality, even comedy. Okay. And so I'm like, what am I doing here? My channel is seeing, nothing, because I'm focused on editing. Now I did try an attempt to hire an editor. I hired two editors to edit two separate videos, and it was a terrible experience. Hi everybody that's tuning in. It was a terrible experience, and I just truly didn't enjoy it. So now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, that's how I got backed up on all this content. I tried to get help, the help didn't work, and I was still creating content, but I wasn't going through and sitting down and editing this content. So I'm like, what can I do during the meantime while I edit this content? And it's live stream. And I kind of want to have, I don't think I have the internet space for it. Because when I try to do live streams, and if you don't know, I did reaction videos. I did 3 reaction videos. Don't worry, I'm gonna dial it back in. I did 3 reaction videos. I may be up to 4 now, but I couldn't stream them live because my Wi-Fi was not strong enough for that. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a separate channel for my reaction videos. So that's gym number 1. I am starting a new channel. It's going to be for my reaction videos, because my reaction videos have been doing pretty well, except I don't get subscribers from them, which is very interesting. And you said, I'll edit your videos 100K per video. Oh, absolutely not. Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing? It's so fun seeing your amazing faces here, especially because a lot of you guys were here, from the beginning. So that's super, super cool. But yeah, I did 3 reaction videos. And when I did those videos, even though I couldn't do them live, editing was easy for me. And that was game changer, because it made me realize that maybe the content that I'm currently creating just isn't for me. Even if I like it, even if I think I'm good at it, if I'm not going to actually execute on it, then at what point am I wasting my time? Which brings me to today. So I'm like, okay, I like the reaction videos. It's easy for me to edit. It's fun for me to create. That's what I need to be doing. Like, personal development is something I love, but I don't love it enough to be spending a week to create a video for it. And that doesn't mean that I suck. And I had to realize that. I feel like I didn't want to give up, because I didn't want to be like, "Oh, but this is real. I really love self-improvement and personal development, and I really do read these books and listen to these podcasts, but I don't love it enough to talk about it every day." So, why not change my niche, And so once I started to realize that I like reaction videos, I started doing reaction videos on the channel. And again, sorry guys, sinus issues. And again, it was doing well for me, but I wasn't getting subs from it, and I was getting views. So I think because I have YouTube friends, they were like, well, the algorithm is just trying to figure out, who are you, girl? Because you started off with vlogs. If you go way back, you'll see some vlogs. I keep everything up. I started off with vlogs. Then I started doing personal development. Then I started the live stream challenge. So I was doing YouTube tips. And then I started back doing vlogs, or just all kinds of crazy stuff. And so YouTube doesn't understand my channel. They don't understand me as a person. Okay. But in real life, that's just how I am. But in business, you can't do that. You need to stick to one thing, let that sell. Let the audience come, let the customers come, do a great freaking job with that one product, and then you introduce more products. And because I have the time, that's why I'm going to do 2 channels. Now, another thing that my mentors were telling me that is if you try to do 2 things at once, one of them is going to take a beating. However, when it comes to my YouTube channel, it's almost there. Like it's almost at monetization. So if I'm going live and I'm sharing everything with you guys and I'm showing you my rebranding, because I will be rebranding this entire channel. I'm gonna talk about that in another live stream. Let me just keep you guys up to date. I'm gonna talk about my rebrand and day 2, so pretty much tomorrow. So come back tomorrow if you want to hear more about the rebrand. But yeah, I have to do 2 channels because I enjoy so much the reaction videos. And if I start that fresh on a new channel and everything that is on there is entertainment based, personality based, reaction videos, and videos that like super align with that, me being silly and goofy, not only am I going to be open and really show the world my personality, I am going to be able to post consistently because it doesn't take me long to edit those videos. And once I move, because I'll be moving very soon, I'm gonna get the highest of Wi-Fi, whatever, Ethernet, all those cords. Like I've been doing my research, and I'll be able to actually live stream my reactions, which is what a lot of creators do. But again, I can't do that right now because my Wi-Fi, it just doesn't work. I've tried, I've attempted, and it just doesn't work. What is that noise? Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, that's one of my neighbors' smoke detectors or fire alarms. I hope everything is okay. Anywho, but yeah, so that's why I'm starting the 2 channels, and I'll still be able to go live on this channel every day. And I am going to also be able to talk about the growth. Hello, we love talking about growth. You guys love getting YouTube tips from me. I'll be able to share the analytics of what that channel is doing on this channel, and then also again bring you guys the rebrand. Oh, you say you can't hear it? That's good. Lavender said, yes, the second channel gym is top notch. It really is. And again, my mentors say, you shouldn't try to build 2 things at once. But this is pretty, even though this is a small channel, still, the Sky Hidden channel, it's pretty much built. Like I'm not starting this channel at 0, and I'm going to be live streaming a lot more. So that's easy. And then when it comes to my reaction channel, again, it's going to be easy and it's content that I was already doing, right? So just let me break that down a little bit better. So I'm already doing reaction videos, right? I've already been recording them and reacting. I've already posted that on my channel. So instead of just posting that on this channel, all I'm going to be doing is continuing to record the content I've been recording it, but just putting it out to different audiences. Okay. And I was listening to one of my mentors today, and she was talking about um McDonald's, right? And she talked about how the owner was in the real estate business, right? Commercial real estate. So he wasn't really selling burgers and fries. He was selling real estate. Okay. And there's so many other people that can break this down a lot better. This is just something that I'm remembering her talk about. And he was successful because not only was his niche real estate, and his niche was very specific. He was doing commercial real estate, specifically food based restaurants, and then he was franchising out the McDonald's brand. And so he didn't have to flip patties and sell burgers and all those things, but he was very specific in one niche, in one department, and that niched into like even more specifics, right? Like how I was saying, like Tabitha Brown, she did food, but she specifically did vegan food. And she didn't do food reviews like Keith Lee. She was specifically cooking vegan food. And then not only was she just cooking vegan food, she was cooking healthy vegan food because she had gotten sick. So when you like hyper focus, it just makes it so much easier for people to understand who you are and whether or not they want to follow. And once the people who want to follow figure out why they want to follow you and why they're interested in you, you can almost sell them anything. And we'll start to forget that you did that one little micro niche, because with Tabitha Brown, I forget that she did vegan food. When I talk about Tabitha Brown and how much she inspires me, I talk about the entrepreneurial side of her. Like, oh, she's an amazing entrepreneur. She has her brand in Target and all of these things. I forget that she even is vegan at times. And it's because she's really carved out a name for herself. But it didn't start off with all of these different things. It started off with her doing the micro niche that I just talked about. So again, when I create content, I still can, like, not much of my schedule will change, but I'm going to broadcast it to different audiences so that that algorithm can understand who to send that video off to, and so that the people who are watching can really make an easy decision of, do I like this content, do I not, do I like this creator, do I not, and they can subscribe and follow. But if they like reaction videos, and that's typically what they watch on YouTube, and they watch one of my reaction videos and then they go on my channel and they see all this other content and they can't find my reaction videos, they're not going to subscribe. They're not going to stick around. They're not going to stay because they don't even know what I'm going to provide for them, you know? But if I have this new reaction channel that's going to have all content for them, even if it's new, it's like, oh, I like this. This is what this channel does. This is what I watch. I'm going to subscribe. And it's going to be good. But if I am trying to battle all of these things on this one channel, it's going to be a disaster, which is what it's been for me. You know, the ATL Flippers said it's easier to build two things at one time on the same platform than building two things in or on two different platforms. That's tea. That's tea. And I like that because when I try to build on Instagram, oh my goodness, I always end up stopping on YouTube and then I always end up extremely stressed. I have come to the realization that me and Instagram, we don't rock with each other, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If there was an app they had to take, don't take TikTok, take Instagram. And if you've been here before, you know that I was not aware of the power of TikTok. She said, I agree with that. Yeah. TikTok is amazing. And I didn't realize it at first. And I do have a TikTok and I'm gonna be reposting, stuff on there, especially reaction content because people love entertainment on TikTok. But I say this to say that I totally agree. Because if I had the intention of I'm going to, I want to grow my TikTok to 10,000 followers and I want to grow my YouTube to 10,000 subscribers, that would be insane. The only thing that I'm doing on my TikTok is repurposing content. And then I'm going to be doing like beauty content, like get ready with me. So basically repurposing content because I had to do all of this, right? I had to bring this to y'all so that I can look good on this platform and all that. And I'm like, while I'm getting ready, I should be filming a TikTok. So again, when you hear me say I have the two channels or what I'm doing on TikTok, and like he just said here, it's different because my schedule isn't changing. I'm just turning on the camera for the exact same things that I already turned the camera on and then putting it to the respectful platform. Okay. So on YouTube, I create reaction videos right now. I like it. It's easy for me to film. I'm going to be going live and I'm going to still be talking to you guys about what I'm learning, what I'm doing, and then also more things are coming. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's live stream. So my schedule isn't going to change, but now I understand exactly where to put what content. And it's going to make it a lot easier for me to grow that way. So if you have multiple interests, I would first start off with one. Okay. I would definitely niche and I would start off with one platform so that you can understand your process, so that you can understand what this needs, what this requires, how much you can commit to it. And then once you have that established, you can move on to another platform or start repurposing onto another platform or whatever it is. Most people won't need multiple channels, but some of us love YouTube. And I'm excited to have 2 channels because now I get to be fully myself. Okay? Because people who follow me for personal development, they don't want to see me screaming, laughing at Pop the Balloon or Find Love because people on there ain't going on there to find love. They're going on there to start YouTube channels and build a personal brand and all of this goofy stuff. Okay? But it's funny, it's entertaining. And guess what? I happen to have a degree in entertainment. So I need to be doing that. I need to be being creative somehow so I can stop acting like a fool with everybody else I'm around. And then they like, girl, you need to be doing this on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I'm scared. People don't want to see that. Like, what? Act like a fool on the internet. But at the end of the day, it's gonna help me in my career too, because I have a comedy script that I'm currently working on. And I learned more about the entertainment niche on YouTube through that script because I started following people like Kai Cenat because I need to get hip on the young folks lingo and just like the silliness and the trends. And I'm just like, oh my, I love this. And that's exactly what people should be doing on YouTube. You should be doing what you love if you're a creative. Now, if you're on the business side of YouTube, then that's totally different. Okay. I'm not really speaking to that. That is hyper niche. You surely should hyper niche. I mean, I tell that to my brother. He's like a sales expert. He kills it every company he goes to. I'm like, you need to talk about sales on the internet. But my brother's not going to get on the internet and act silly. That's just not who he is. That's not who he is in person. But me, that's who I is every day. What? Acting like a fool on the internet is getting so many people famous. It really is. And I don't want to act like a fool. I just want to act like myself. And I'm just silly. I'm silly. I'm goofy. I just have this big personality. I mean, when I was in film school, they had us crawling on the floor, acting like animals for an hour and a half long class. And I loved it. I loved it. Like, I loved it. I enjoyed the full process. Like this was my calling. Okay, acting was my calling. Entertainment is my specialty. And I need to stop being scared of that. That's who I am. This is me. You know, like, and I get that from my dad who had a comedy show, who writes comedy. And at the end of the day, you just got to be who the fuck you are. And it may be corny, but hey, I've been corny my whole life. Luckily, my looks had me around the cool kids, but every single friend I've had has called me a crackhead. Every single one of them. And they know I hate that, but they call me that because they don't know what other way to describe someone who didn't have their childhood taken from them and who experienced silly and goofy parents. All of my friends also love my parents because they're goofy, they're silly, we're just fun, crazy people. And at the end of the day, if that's my specialty, if my personality is my specialty, if I killed it in film school because of comedy, and when we were writing our comedy scripts and we were looking at the friend scripts, my teacher was blown away. He's like, dang, girl, you good at comedy. You might need to do that. Because just think about Black female actors. How many Black female actors are there that are in the drama field? They could be like, you know, that's easier to do than comedy. With comedy, you have to understand rhythm. Okay. A lot of people can relate to pain, but can you make people laugh? Can you make people laugh without being cringe? And guess what? You got to be a little cringe to do that. And you have to be okay with being cringe. And at this point, I just got to be like, F it. Cringe or no cringe, I'm who I am. It's not me trying to be something I'm not. You know, again, there were people in my personal development videos watching those and they're like, oh, I love your personality. I'm like, I edited out my personality. The fact that you can still see that is insane. That's insanity, bro. That's insanity. So I can't continue to not be the full version of myself, girl. And I'm going to talk about that more tomorrow too, because not only was I suppressing myself to the universe and to the world, to the internet, I was suppressing myself internally. I was sitting here uploading to you guys like videos and stuff, and I was like showing you guys like products that I bought or outfits that I bought. And guess what? Wasn't wearing none of them. Was wearing leggings and sweatpants every day. And that's just not, it's not me. It's not my mom. It's not my grandma. Like I was raised by a fashionista. My mom has a degree in fashion. She also has a degree in business, you know, but at the end of the day, this whole this image thing is a part of me. And when I originally wanted to start a YouTube channel, I wanted to have a beauty channel. I filmed makeup tutorials and didn't upload them. My boyfriend bought me an entire vanity set that was extremely expensive that all the YouTuber girls had. I bought a camera. I bought my first camera in 2016 or 17. Like, I'm serious, y'all. I've been wanting to do YouTube since 2014. And look at this beat. My first job out of college was makeup. I was a makeup artist. Most people wouldn't even know that because I was terrified to be myself on the internet. I was terrified to be the pretty girl or the makeup girl or the whatever. I was terrified to be the silly goofy girl. I was terrified to be me, you know? And because of that, I wasn't even like that in my personal life. Like, I fell off. I really I really fell off. And it's crazy, and I'm going to get to the comments in a second. So I'm in a sorority, right? Y'all, nobody will hurt your feelings like your sorority sisters will. I tell you, I promise you that, right? But it wasn't intentional. So for the longest of time, while I was living in LA, again, suppressing myself, maybe it was like long term, like I can't remember the full terminology for it, but you know, people talk about it. I'm not going to claim it, but you know, that depression that like lasts for a long time. You don't really realize that you're in it, but you're like not a full version of yourself and you can't really recognize yourself, but you can't put your finger on it. That's what I think that it was, right? So my sorority sister, I had got dressed up one day for something. I don't even remember. This was a few years ago. That's how long this has been going on. She was like, "Oh my gosh, girl, you're finally dressed up. Like, wow, you've been wearing like big tees for the longest. Oh my goodness, like you're back." Right? Whether shade or not shade, she was mother loving right. Then one of the gay boys that I went to college with, that like, the gay boys, they, the ones that love Nicki Minaj, they love the baddies. Okay. This same picture he commented on and was like, "She's back." And I was like, "Dang, where the she been? Where have I been?" I'm laughing to keep from crying. Like, she's back from where? Where did I go? Who have I been? Who is this identity? This is insane. Oh my God. It's insane. And I'm going to talk about that more tomorrow because it's scary how much you can lose yourself. And I'm just thankful that I didn't go too far back. She says she's back. Hey, get it sexy. I know that song is kind of crazy, but let's get into some of these comments. Because geez Louise, it's been after you iron your brand out, why not go on that TV show? Pop the Balloon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what? I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that right now. I can't see myself going on Pop the Balloon because where's this comment at? Hold on. Let me show you why. Where is this comment? I have to find it. That's just how we talk in Chicago. There it is. They can't play with me how they be playing on them people. Like when that girl tried to flame him and was like, he too skinny. If she turned on her ceiling fan, he's gonna fly away. I would have treated the Listen, I'm nice. I'm not that nice. Okay. Especially with strangers. Like, I think I have a lot of patience and I'm a very kind person. But if you're trying to play me, like if you're trying to flame, if you're trying to roast again, like I'm on comedy, like I'm on all of that. I'm finna flame you from rooter to your tutor. Arlette gonna have to take the mic. The show is gonna be crazy. Like, wait, especially if it's the dude. Like, who you talking to? You see how fast that Chicago accent came out? Who you think you playing with? Because you ain't about to play with me. How they be playing with them, baby? No, baby. Baby, yeah, I'm not a pop the balloon. No. First of all, and then second of all, I don't need to go looking for love. I understand that my husband, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. He's supposed to come find me. I don't need to go on that show. But I'm gonna show entertain people with what's already out into the universe. I didn't tell them to start that show. But yeah, I ain't I ain't with all that. You ain't about to be talking to me crazy, Bookie. Mm-mm-mm. But you see how these personalities come in and out. I promise you. But yeah, no, I am not a pop the balloon or find love type of girl, and I'm not looking for love. No, no. And then also, I just recently got out of a relationship, so it's like, no, I'm not even on that type of time. I don't even want to be around dudes. My brothers and my cousins, that's it. Everybody else, stay away from me. If you have a crush on me, just stay away. You can have the crush, just keep it at a distance, okay? Because I've gone through a lot. Let me heal. I'm still healing. I'm still healing. But anywho, that's a great idea. And I love that suggestion. And I thought about it for a second because one of the girls went on there and she started her YouTube channel. She dropped her first YouTube video the day her episode went out, and she got like 20,000 subscribers. I was like, do you know how much hard work that I had to put in to get 1,500? Like, square up. Square up. Because you got me effed up. But it makes sense. It's a lot of opportunistic things on that show, and I don't blame them. But however, when it comes to being a fool on the internet, I would much rather have that be my personality than to be on there saying that I need to go on the show to find love. No, not me. Mm-mm. If I upload my pictures, if I start uploading carousels on Instagram, yeah, it'll be a lot of opportunity there. Our 20K subscribers video is going to be extremely funny but amazing. Yes, you already told me the tea, and I'm going to be dialed in. So I might need to do a reaction to that or something. I'm super excited. So yeah, I'll be there watching. I love that idea. Oh, you want me to go on Pop the Balloon or Find Love? You want me to go now? I wouldn't be on there acting a fool, but I would be on there defending people. Because why would you sit here and say you don't talk to girls who have arm hair? You don't see this hair on my arm? Like, please stop it. I've never had a dude say that in this world. It's very much giving you like little kids, because body hair is like, what do you want me to do with that? Like, that's why I'm like, I couldn't be on that show because I will be going in on the people. Like, you sound dumb. Are you dumb? You're stupid. Like, what's wrong with you? Be for real. Freaking dirty shoes. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me stop. Let me dial it back in. You see how, like, that's why I need to separate the channels. And I also got this idea too from Miko. She's also in my Miko, the entrepreneur on YouTube. She's also in my Facebook group. And she was like, oh, she can't be cursing because she wants to have sponsorships with like Disney and the studios and things of that nature. You can't have vulgar language. And I don't curse a lot, but watching Pop the Balloon or Find Love make me want to curse sometimes. And they curse on there. And if I'm doing like a reaction video and they're cursing, like, so I'm like, oh, I definitely can't have that type of content on my channel. We're not doing that, because I would love to do a partnership with Disney. Don't I look like Minnie Mouse? Like, so yeah, no, let's keep Sky Hidden PG, because I'm also just not that girl. I don't really curse like that. Your personality, use it to your advantage. Bingo. And Will, thank you. That's Yuri. Her channel is Seaside Adventures with Mommy and Me. She's amazing. Okay. We absolutely love her. She does cruise content, and you should subscribe. Kofi World, he said, cringe to cool pipeline is a thing. Look at the Australian breakdancer. Yes, you are absolutely right. Because although it was absolutely hilarious, it's like, how can you be mad at this woman? It's really funny, and just take your laugh and go, And I think that it helped push the Olympics, because at the end of the day, people like drama. I don't know why we're stuck in that type of simulation where drama sells. Like, I mean, just think about how long drama sell. Think about all the reality shows and where they've come from. On TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, they love drama. Drama goes viral every time. Woman talks about who she married. Drama. Who don't know somebody that married somebody that's crazy? But the drama is going to sell every single time. So just like the Australian breakdancer, who some people would say made a fool out of herself, I personally don't have nothing bad to say about the lady. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. It helped bond me and my brother when we were at the Airbnb bored. We were crying laughing at all the Olympic stuff, and sometimes it's good to laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. So that was really good. That was a really good comment. Mental health is real. It really is. Because when you realize, like, sometimes you don't realize that you're stressed, and sometimes you don't realize that you're moving too fast, or that life is taking over you and you're not taking over it. You feel like you're out of control. But the best thing you can do, and what I think has helped me, is have three things. Have good people in your corner who really know you. Because luckily for me, I went back to my therapist for the first time, who serviced me when I was in high school. So she was like, "What's happening in your life?" Like, "Oh, I definitely didn't expect you to turn out to be that girl, because you were always, that girl. And you always didn't give a that's why you were having problems with your mama, because you was at school like, who are y'all? Like, I'm smart. I'm here to get my education, but you're not going to take my hat off my head. I will flame you." So that's why I'm like, pop the balloon or find love is not for me, because I have a very soft side. But you're not finna disrespect me, even if you is the authority. So have good people on your side who know you. Okay. Number two, have a routine that even if you fall off on it, like, you can go back and look at it. Like, I have this app. It's called The Routinist, and it's really good because it's your app. You put in there what you want. But like for my nighttime routine, I have clean up, because I like a clean house. I have my declarations, which are like affirmations, like me affirming myself, yoga. I have my hygiene routine, read, journal, and pray. And even when I'm depressed or I'm going through things, I don't follow this routine, to the core. But when I do, or when I'm reminded of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love doing all these things. Why haven't I been doing these things? And it's like, oh no, I was stressed. Okay, let me go back and go here and do my routine. And now I feel good. So that's why it's really good to have people in your corner, and then to have a routine so that you can get back to doing the things that you love and you enjoy. And then it also helps you be on schedule, because if I follow my routine, then I'm going to bed on time, or I'm going to bed doing all the things that I need to do to have a good night of sleep. And I also have a rising routine. So it's like I'm starting my day better, you know? And the third thing is like, document the process. Literally. Even if you don't upload on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, like, you should document your process so you can track your progress and celebrate your small wins. Shout out to my therapist for that, because she was like, "Okay, yes, a lot of things have happened in your life since I've known you, and you've gone through a lot, but look at all the things that you've accomplished. You need to learn how to celebrate those small things, because life is not always going to be about big moments. And if you don't learn how to be happy with those small moments, grace, gratitude, get to work and grow. If you're a real one, you know what I'm talking about. Then you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be content. You're always going to be chasing the next moment. So have good people in your corner, have a routine, and literally document the process, your progress, celebrate the small wins. And that's why it's so good to have. I'm glad that I do content in YouTube, because I can go back and see, my growth and myself and where I was in that place. And I've been documenting my life since before. And it was, personal for me. Cause like I said, I've been recording YouTube videos since 2014. So when I went back and I watched my 2014 content, I was like, oh my gosh. And I plan to drop it one day, maybe when I hit like 1,000,000 subs, because it's so cringe. Obviously, it's so cringe. It's so freaking cringe. But I'm so glad that I'm able to see, like, oh, that's who I was. I was that woman. I was that girl. I used to like these things, and I used to like makeup and skincare and fashion and da 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 blah blah blah. And it's funny because when my brother ATL Flippers called me, he was like, "Wait, what's gonna be your new niche?" Because my niche was personal development and then YouTube this and that. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be blank." And he was like, "Okay, are you passionate about that?" I said, "Yes." And you don't know that, and other people don't know that because I've been, like, running away from it and hiding from it because I've been terrified to, be myself and to put myself out there, especially to be judged by other people. First of all, this emoji is freaking hilarious. Oh my gosh. Getting back to the comments, like, y'all show so much love. Don't sleep. I love this side of you. I'm inspired. Thank you, sis. I love this side of me, most importantly, which is why it's so sad that I hid this side, not only from myself, but from my content and from my community. Someone not knowing that I love beauty, who knows me, is insane, because everyone who knows me before all of this happened, and again, we're going to talk about this more tomorrow, but I think a big thing that happened was me moving to LA as a brown skin girl. If you know, you know. What you heard about your faves is true. There's a lot of, when you're a brown skin girl and you move in LA, and don't get me wrong, okay, it's summertime. I have a little tan. Yes, I'm on the lighter side, but Southern California is on the border of Mexico. Okay, light skin is mixed. Light skin black girls are mixed in LA. I'm not considered light in a lot of places. Okay. So I think LA had a big role in me suppressing myself and not feeling good enough to be in a space of where my niche is going to go. And it's insane because when I was in Atlanta, I was killing it. I was killing it. I was getting my hair done every 2 weeks. I had my little job. I was making my money. Like, I was good. I had got my first car, went to the dealership solo, drove that thing off the lot. Like, I was good. I was good. And then I moved to LA, and oh my gosh. Since then, who is she? Where did she go? Oh my gosh, you don't even post on anymore. You don't get dressed anymore. You don't do your makeup. You don't go shopping. You don't do anything. Now, the good thing is, which is like my therapist said, you got to celebrate the good wins, because I was going through so much and I was suppressing myself so much. I got closer to God, and I had to understand spirituality on a deeper level. I had to really, I didn't have nothing, right? The friendships, they are fake. I don't have any of my LA friends. Fuck them. I'm sorry. Ooh. That was a little dramatic. That's gonna be for the other channel, reaction channel. Okay, but yeah, living in LA really, it just really like brought up insecurities in me that I didn't grow up with. So that's why even my therapist was confused, because she was like, "You weren't an insecure girl in high school. The hardest time of your life, you weren't an insecure girl. You didn't struggle with friendship. You were cool with everybody. Like, you was cool, and then you had your besties. You know what I'm saying?" You said, "We forgive you." All of them. Because when I say, if you go back and you look at all the footage, okay, on Instagram stories, all of that, everything was hosted at my house. I held it down. But the moment I left LA and I needed them, ain't got no more LA friends. Real crazy. Real crazy that I was the hostess with the mostest. But we ain't gonna go there. Okay. It's a lot of hurt still there, and that's okay, because I thought I loved those people. But back onto this topic of LA being rough for brown skin and dark skinned girls, it's the truth. Like, again, my therapist was like, okay, we gotta dial it back. And shout out to my therapist. I need to go back to therapy, but I just ain't been wanting to talk. I just ain't been wanting to get back to that place because I've been feeling good. But anywho, I lost myself and I had these new insecurities that were very confusing for me. And I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do with me. And you add on top of that that everything is expensive in LA. So I didn't have the extra money to do the extra beauty things, right? I couldn't get my hair done every 2 weeks and my nails done every 2 weeks. And, all these material things, sometimes they don't matter. But again, celebrating the good wins is I started to wear my natural hair more, and I prepared myself for that when I did live in Atlanta because I was like, all right, I got to get my natural hair ready because I'm looking at these prices and these girls are charging $450 for an install. Who? I could go book a flight for $450 to Chicago, get my hair done by my sister. You crazy? I could book a flight to Detroit and go get my hair done by my sister or two of my nieces. You dumb? $450? Who? Babe, that's two Cardinals. Are you crazy? So I'm not even just blaming my experience living in LA, which again, I don't hate LA. I love LA, but I was trying to be in Hollywood at this time. So we're not talking about the locals because I say this every time. I love the community of LA. The black community there is amazing. You see that they bred Nipsey Hussle. Be so for real. Like they're in tune spiritually, consciously, how they eat is insane. Okay, the black community in Chicago is great, but they eat in fried chicken, mild sauce, and french fries with some lemon pepper, and I love it too. But that community in LA helped me so much. I mean, it's really phenomenal. So again, I'm not blaming everything on like the social construct of living in LA as a brown skin girl, but that stuff will really F you up. Like when people say, oh, you'll move to Hollywood and Hollywood will tell you who you are if you don't know who you are, it's so real. And I'm so glad that I didn't try to pursue acting at a younger age. I'm glad my father blocks that. And rightfully so. He knew what was up. He was like, yeah, no, not my baby girl. Too much rejection. Too much of a whole lot of things. Hold on, not too much on that chicken and mound sauce. No, for real. No, but Chicago people, the black community is amazing, right? But we eat terribly. But in LA, they're amazing and they eat clean. And Max said it's real life. Yeah, it's real life. So not only did I move to LA as a young person and I was going there to go to film school, I was trying to be in Hollywood. Not too much. Okay. Ain't trying to be for nobody. Great people still there. My cousin is an amazing actor. I'm so proud of him. He's in LA. He's on All American. I was gonna say his nickname, but yeah, his character on All American is JR. His name is Sylvester Powell. Super proud of him. Super grateful for him. I love my LA family. But that stuff really takes a toll on your mental health. You said, I'm also so glad my dad didn't allow me to go into acting. You have a great father. Yeah. And my dad is a politician. And then he also did a little bit of, entertainment, film work, but in Chicago. And he was like, no, she just can't. And my dad didn't fight my mom on a lot of things. Okay. Some things he didn't want still happen. But he was like, she can't do that. She could do that when she grown. And when I pursued it as an adult, I was like, okay, this is not for me. And even talk like, whew, hold on, because my nerves are insane right now. Whew, hold on. Maybe I should take a little bit of my drink. I have this drink here. It's called Roar. Is that the brand? I've only tried their, I think the strawberry watermelon, something with watermelon or something with strawberry. One drink from them is pink and it's really refreshing. It has electrolytes because I'm dehydrated. So give me just a second. I got to take a break because talking about my experience trying to be an actor, it still gives me anxiety. It does. So 1 second. Oh, that's so good and refreshing. Not sponsored, by the way, but if they want to sponsor me, hello. Hi. Email was in the description. PR, let's do it. But whew, geez Louise. Yeah. Let's just leave that part where it is. We'll talk about that now for a commercial break. Yeah. But it's tough to talk about, and Mozzie, you're in the industry, but it's so different when you are the talent, when you're the actor. Like the easiest thing to get for free is actors and models. The fact that that's true says how little people take you serious when you're a new actor, because you're not going to try that with someone that's established, right? But like people who want to be actors, people who are green, people who want to be models, they're the easiest thing to get for free in the industry. And that statement, in my opinion, it says a lot. And when you are that talent that you're experiencing, that, people expect you to show up for free because you should be lucky to be here, you know? And then, mind you, what I just said about me in high school, I was like, I'm supposed to, hop on my 2 feet and put these two clown ears on and nose and, be like all this for who? For all these casting directors and all these people and the auditioning. It was just too much for me. And this is my first time really speaking on that. And it's okay. It's not for everybody. It's an amazing job to have. But just like content, just like anything else, because with content, I've gone through that too, right? Like I'm going to start an entertainment channel. Like obviously at times I'm going to feel like a clown with a red nose. Okay. But at least I feel like at that point I'm doing it myself and on my own terms than other people's. And like I said, with high school, why I went to therapy, I struggle with authority. I struggle with that. So when you're auditioning, imagine going to an interview every day. That is what it's like to be a new actor. You're going to an interview every day to convince these people of why they should hire you. That was a lot for me. It was a lot. But when you're a content creator, it's all you. It's all you. It's totally different, and I still get to be in front of the camera. I still get to be different characters, different versions, but it's all under me. It's all under Sky. These are characters that are really in my head, that are really within me, my childhood, my little inner voices. And I love that. It's more freedom for me. Again, I love the career. I'm so proud of the people that I know, and I still love entertainment and storytelling. That's why I want to produce movies. I still like writing scripts. I'm going to have a movie come out in the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and it's a comedy. And I'm going to continue to push myself as a filmmaker. Shout out to all the independent filmmakers. Check out Mozzie O and his channel. I love what he's doing. That's why I feel like we connect. Because at the end of the day, there's so many ways to go about storytelling. And that's just all I want people to take from everything you just heard me say with my experience in LA, is that I realize that there's so many different ways to tell my story, and there's so many different ways to tell a story. And it's okay to take as much time as you need to figure out how you're going to go about doing that. And I'm grateful that I've taken that time. You said, I want to be in a movie. Oh, you want to be in my movie? Hey, what's up? Audition. That's the part that's going to be so crazy, because I'm going to have to be in that casting room, and I think it's amazing for casting directors to have gone through an audition themselves so they can understand the fear of your heart being inside your bottom. It's like your heart is in your, okay? My heart would beat so fast before an audition. I didn't even know it was possible for my heart to beat that fast. I loved the fact that the pandemic happened and we started to audition virtually, because being in a room when you're just in a chair and all these people look like you, because everyone looks like you're all auditioning for the same role, right? And then you're waiting for them to call your name. And then you go in there and you have to act your off to get a job. That's no joke. And I commend all the actors. So that's why I'm like, I'm not crapping on the career at all. It just was not for me. So when you add that to it, of like, oh my gosh, I moved to LA to be an actor, realized that that wasn't for me. Then I also had to face the problems of living in LA as a brown skinned girl. And I was still in my 20s, younger 20s, finding myself in my identity. Okay. And then on top of that, like things were happening. My only sister passed away in 2020. I graduated from film school in 2020. So 2020 demolished me. Thank God I'm still here. Oh, and my friend also passed away in 2020. Lavelle. He got killed in Chicago, leaving behind 2 sons. And we had just got back cool. So I went through a lot of when I lived in LA. And that is why when I started my channel while in LA, I was not who I am today. And I wasn't who I was before I started my channel. I was the second version of myself that I couldn't even identify with. So I was battling so much and still trying to put myself out there. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate that. It's easier for me to talk about now. But yeah, see, it makes sense. So again, that's why I'm like, I'm not putting everything on me being a brown skin girl. I'm not putting everything on me failing as an actor. I'm not putting it on anything. I'm just saying I'm a human and I was going through stuff. And I was going through stuff as a young adult who moved to a city I never lived in. None of my family's ever lived in. And I was doing all of that by myself, you know? So it makes sense why I wasn't like who I just it makes sense that I couldn't recognize myself and that lasted for years. You know, losing a sibling, losing a friend, trying out a new career in a whole different hometown where it's the most expensive place to live. Like it's like wow. Like my therapist said, celebrate the small wins because I got through that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got through it and you can too, no matter what you're going through. Hey sis, hey Miko, I actually shouted you out earlier because what you said to me was phenomenal when you talked about how on your channel you cannot have like cursing and things of that nature, which is why I'm going to have a second channel for my reaction videos and my shenanigans because the entrepreneur in you spoke to the entrepreneur in me. Thank you. You see the upgrade? I've been listening to all of the other YouTubers who have been reaching out to me. I was telling someone the other day, a big move can shock you. Oh, hello. Let's talk about it. Clock it. A lot of people never leave their hometown. I lived in Chicago, grew up in Chicago, went to college in Alabama, left college in, graduated from college in Alabama, moved to Atlanta, left Atlanta, moved to LA, left LA, moved to San Diego. Like, I clearly don't lie when I tell y'all I like a little chaos. I like a little chaos, but in my life, I don't cause chaos in other people's life. Unless we're in a relationship, of course. I can't help it. We all, bring something to the table. Little crazy in us. But yeah, it was a lot for me to go through. So I started my channel when I was, still in the midst of going through that and still in the midst of having fake friends and people who weren't really there for me for real. And I was trying to, when you first start content, you don't realize how much your friends don't need to support your channel. Okay. They don't. Actually, it's better if they don't even know it exists because it's going to frustrate you how much love is not being shown. You're going to see them repost people content and not yours. That's the easiest way for me to realize somebody not rocking with me when they stop watching my content. I was sending it to everybody. Hey, girl, look. No love. And it's okay. Because at the end of the day, those people are not your target audience. They're not going to buy from you. People don't buy from people they know. They buy from people that they know on the internet. That's the world we live in today. Okay. The way that business was then is not the same today. People show support more to a stranger than they do their own friends. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's just what it is. And it took me a while to understand that. So if you're watching this and you're starting content, baby, don't even tell your friends. Don't. It's okay. They could find out. You could just be like, oh, I didn't want you to feel pressured to repost my stuff. I didn't want to be like the rapper that started in the family. And now you feel like you got to posting my content and I'm looking out here crazy. No, because when you first start, you're gonna suck. You're not gonna be good. That's gonna be okay. It's fine. Everyone started that way. It doesn't even matter. Give yourself the opportunity to grow. Okay? Give yourself the opportunity to grow. Because once you grow, once they find out you got a channel, oh, they're gonna be hearing about you. They're gonna be hearing about the fact that other people hearing about you. They're gonna be shocked. Oh, look what you created. Wow, you're getting paid for this. And is that part. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. You know, yeah, you're gonna look silly, but eventually you'll get paid for it. And eventually you're not going to look silly and you're going to look great. And you're going to look like a business person. And you're going to look back at all that old content and say, look how far I have come. Like my therapist said, celebrate these small wins because they will turn into bigger ones. And you need to learn how to appreciate the process. So true. I get so much love from strangers. Yeah. I mean, I literally met you guys from strangers. Will I do any movie reviews in the future? Never thought of it. Never thought of it. Never thought of that. Yeah, I guess I would. I'd be open to it. I don't have it in my playbook, but definitely open to it. My hesitation with that would be though is that I'm going to be doing my own projects and I feel like people would be like, "Oh, you're biased." Cuz I listen, Keith Lee, he tried his brother's food and he gave an honest review and I respect him for that. If I am Keith Lee and I'm trying my brother's food, 10 out of 10 on everything. Go buy it. Like, listen, I'm a very transparent person. I'm real. So I will tell you that ahead of time. Look, this is my brother business. Don't expect me to say nothing crazy. I'm from Chicago, baby. I'm from out west. Like, gang, we what? My people? Are you kidding me? I'd rather not talk about it at all than to go on my big platform and say that my brothers or my sister, may she rest in heaven, my god sisters, I would never say that they stuff ain't good if it ain't good. I would just not talk about it. Cause what? Stop playing with me. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's good. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. Eat it up. You know. But that's real though. Cause at least I would let y'all know. You know, hey, but he amazing for that. Because couldn't be me. He was like, yeah, this all right. That's his brother. He a real one for y'all, because I'm gonna be a real one for my brother. Not saying that anything is wrong. Gang, I love Keith Lee, but that's just a testament to he keep it 1,000. He tried Mr. Beast candy and he was like, he had Mr. Beast out there throwing stuff. Like, oh my goodness. All right, you said no need to. Good one. Yes, a prophet is never recognized in their hometown. Oh, a prophet is never recognized in their hometown or by the people close to them. Facts. That's why a lot of successful people have to leave their local community because those people will be the first to tear you down. So, yeah, if you start something new, your customers, your clients, your supporters, don't even bother with your family or friends. No. Now, I have a good family, so I expect them to watch some of my content. Okay. I will go to my cousins in them house, put my videos on. It's okay. I see you ain't watched in 6 weeks. That's fine. Let's watch them now. But no, I had that realization, okay, from friendship hurt that people are just not going to support you the way you think that they should. And it's okay. Because if all of your customers were only your family and friends, you would have no business. You would have no money. If the only people that bought from you were your family and friends, you're going to be broke. Your YouTube channel is going to be 30 subs, 10 watch hours. So let it go. Let it go. Imagine one of my old friends was watching this. But nah, because why you listen, you don't gotta fake kick it with me, babe. Don't be in my business if you ain't for me. You don't gotta be on this channel. That's for sure. Sometimes your friends can be jealous of your growth. Facts. That's true too. And you know what? Let's talk about this. Okay. I done went so off script. But let's talk about the fact that people will laugh at you when you're down here. And when you first start a business, huh? Who she thinks she is? Or you still doing your little YouTube videos? What's little, sweetie? What's little? Huh? What's little besides this waist? Yeah. Talk about that. Talk about the fact that I could still fit my college clothes. So clock it. Talk about that. What's little? What little YouTube videos? The one that took a week to bring on to the platform? The one where I talked about working for Tesla and Elon Musk? Did you know that? Did you watch that video? Oh, okay. Yeah. Clock it. What's little? Okay. People will really try to play on you when you start something new, when you start a business, or when you start content, and F them. That's why I'm telling you, don't even show this to them. What's little besides this waist? Okay. Clock it. Hey, what? Oh, what you call it little? The body. But we're not gonna do that. You're not gonna you're not gonna call what I'm doing little. This takes a lot of effort. You see this mic? This ain't no little mic. This mic ain't cost a little price either. I'm gonna go ahead and link it for y'all in my description box in case you're interested in getting one yourself. Anywho, but yeah, like and if you don't know, guys, I'm joking. This is a part of my personality. This is why I'm gonna have two channels, because I don't want people to be offended. But it is what it is. I said what I said. You know, when you start something new, you're gonna suck at it. And those family and friends, if you send it to them, they're going to roast you. They're going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to be passive aggressive. It could even be your significant other. We're gonna leave that one right there. Let's just go to the comments because I don't even want to get onto that. Yeah, you'll be out of business in a month if you start that little business and you send that little marketing to your little family and friends and expect them to purchase and be your customers. No. Mm-mm. Just do the marketing to reach a broad audience of people who are interested in your product, your service, your personality, your content. That's what you got to do. You got to reach people that don't know you because they quick to buy. That's what, and this is another thing too. I heard a very successful person say Black owned businesses need to stop calling themselves Black owned businesses. And I'm not saying that I agree with that or I don't agree with that, but this is what he said. He said, when you do that, then the algorithm will push your content out to Black people only, because that's the group of people that's going on the hashtag Black owned businesses, except when it was 2020 and it was convenient. Other races of people were not clicking the hashtag Black owned businesses to shop only Black owned businesses. So when you only call your business a Black owned business, you are pushing your marketing out to a small group of people, especially if you're in America. Okay. So, yes, you have a Black owned business. Yes, you can market yourself occasionally as a Black owned business, but don't only market yourself as a Black owned business if you want to have a broader audience. Okay. So, I agree to a certain extent. I disagree to a certain extent, but because I'm aware of the fact that everyone has their own opinion, when I heard that at first, I was like, what are you saying? Because if you know me, you know I love my people. I love all people though. And I love my people. And I was like, what are you talking about? But when they broke it down, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because for the girls that like right now there's like a trend like on TikTok, and it's like Black girl travel or something like that. It's like a hashtag and it's like a way to see like the Black girls, da, da, da. And when you go through all of their comments, everybody's Black. It's all Black girls because obviously that's the only group of people that's clicking that hashtag. But when you go to travel content, there's still going to be Black girls that pop up in there that's not using that hashtag, and their comments will be Asian, Hispanic, European people. So I say that to say that it's a business. You're a business. You don't have to put all these things in front of it for us to know that you're a business or that you're a Black owned business or that you're a Black creator. You're just a creator. You have a business. You sell butters, you know, you sell oils, you sell shirts, you have consulting, it's okay. You're going to find your target audience the moment you put your face in the camera. The algorithm's going to know you're Black. Okay. So you don't have to just always tag the fact that your business is Black on business. So I just want to throw that out there because there's just so much that goes into entrepreneurship. There's so much that goes into content creation and hashtags and keywords and SEO and, really working the algorithm. But the most important thing you can do, oh, yes, don't limit yourself. Just be a business. Just be a business owner. The most important thing you can do is be consistent and show up. That's the most important. And it's funny how much that translates into every aspect of life. Because even when I was trying to pursue acting, they said the number one thing you can do is show up because most people aren't even going to show up. I was shocked when there would be like people not showing up for auditions. And even when I did my own not feature, when I did my own short film, I was shocked by the amount of people that signed up for the casting and they didn't show up. I was like, oh, you're trying to be an actor. You signed up for this and then you didn't show up. Go ahead and give this video a like, guys, so it can get pushed out to more people. That was shocking to me. But it's real talk. It's real talk. So whenever you do it, if you're starting something, focus on who doesn't know you, who doesn't know your brand, who doesn't know your product, and who doesn't know your service. Those are the people who will buy from you first before your family and friends. And that's okay. Because like we said, you will be out of business in a month if only your customers are people you know. Okay? So please keep that in mind. All right? And like she said, do not limit yourself. Now let's get into topic number 2. This is getting a little long. I'm so sorry, but LA really took it there for you, girl. But that's because I never talked about that before. I don't even know if I really talked about that with like family and friends and people who like know me. Like when you bottle up everything that I went through, even in 2020 alone, like that takes some time. It takes time to get back from that. That was a lot. I'm still healing from losing my sister. Because I'll be like, I don't know how much to call my nieces and nephews. I don't know how much to not call. I'm just like, oh, geez, just take the wheel, Lord. Okay. Woosah. Also, these headphones hurt. Like, my ears are a little funny shaped because they're like pointy. And I'm like, my mom had gave me some headphones. And guess what? I tried them yesterday. Everything was all good. Tried them today. They don't work. I was like, no, those are they feel so good on my ear because they're a square. They're like the square shape. So my ear fits completely inside. But these, they stop on the top of my ear. So they're so uncomfortable. So, man, I would love for somebody to send me free product. Come on, businesses, let's work together. I'm so excited for that too. And I'm going to just let you guys know that on one of these live streams this week, I am going to be pitching to brands while live. So we're going to go, like, you're going to see like my email, exactly how I'm emailing them. I'm going to be creating my own template, but I did buy the Ultimate Branding course, and it does have a section on there that talks about branding and reaching out to brands and like getting collaborations and sponsorships. So I'm going to have a live stream coming this week. Which one is it? I don't really want to say like the order because I might get out of order, but I am going to be going live showing you guys exactly and taking you along the process, because what I say, document the process of me reaching out to brands. Because yeah, I mean, especially when it comes to free products, once you have like 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, you can start getting freebies. So I definitely want to start reaching out to brands for freebies, because the reason I want freebies is not just to have free stuff, but so I can make content with it, right? Like I need to learn how to do an ad placement, but it's hard when I'm just like, oh, this is what I'm drinking today. But it's different if the brand sent me the product and I want to like really represent and have a good relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to document that whole process for you guys and for myself, so we can go back and see like, this is when I got my first gifting. Like, what brand is going to be the brand to send me my first like real gifting? That's gonna be fun, right, to watch. Like, isn't that, kind of cool? And you said, I used ChatGPT earlier to create a brand email. Fire. Excited to hear how it goes for you for that. So, yeah, I'm going to be bringing you guys alongside me to see, you know, like y'all are going to see like what do you think the first collaboration will be on my channel? Like, I don't even know. Will it be personal development? Will it be, what my new niche is going to be? I don't know. Will it be a drink? Because I'd be thirsty. I'd be thirsty while filming these, you know? And again, I need to start reaching out so I know how to pitch, and so that these brands know who I am so they can start watching my content, because all of these brands have someone that actually goes and searches their hashtags and all that watches their content so they can work with other creators. So that's why you want to be pitching for giftings. Like, if you're a small creator and you're pitching for giftings, you're pitching yourself, then you're building relationships with these brands. And even if they don't respond, if they just check out your channel because it's easily linked right there, now they know your face. So when you start popping, they're going to be calling and they have your contact now and you have theirs. Hello. So that's why, although I'm only at 1,500 subs, I'm definitely going to be pitching to brands and reaching out as far as for freebies. And then once I get comfortable with brands and I actually get the emails, because you're not going to know if you really have the correct emails and stuff until they respond. But if some of them start responding and they're brands that I like, if they send me a gifting and they like how I did like the placement for it, or they liked how I unboxed it, or just anything, then I'm building that, I'm like building up to the fact that I can have a sponsorship or a collaboration with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm excited to start hopefully getting giftings from brands so that I can start building those business relationships as a creator. Because I've always been clear since day one, especially if you watch my 90-day challenge. I've always been crystal clear of I'm here to create content and also make money while doing it. This is too much work to not get paid in the process, especially because a lot of people get paid to do this. So add me to that. Don't limit me, baby. I want my paychecks to clear. Real talk. Okay. Real talk. But can't nobody tell me nothing when it comes to that, because I've been doing this for 2 years unpaid and I love it. I truly, truly enjoy it. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be a live stream that's coming this week. And we're going to be pitching to brands. And, let me know in the comments right now if you're watching, those of you who are watching, what brands do you think I should reach out to? Or like, where can you see, me going in that direction? That's pretty cool. Excuse me. It's the electrolytes. This is really good though, y'all. I'm actually quite enjoying it. Wait, camera. There you go. Product placement. Just kidding. They don't know me yet, but they will. Hashtag war. Okay, so now we're going to talk about TikTok being a good platform to build on, because the reason I have to talk about this is, if you've been here before, then you know that I was telling people that they were wasting their time creating on all the other platforms. And I take it back. And I will admit that I was wrong. I was wrong. TikTok is a great platform to start on because it is absolutely forgiving. Your sound can sound like chopped cheese. Wait, that's not a sound. Your sound can sound terribly. Your sound can sound like whatever. Your sound can sound bad. Your audio can look crazy. But if you got a story to tell, they gonna watch. They gonna listen. It's like they don't care about aesthetic over there. Wait, now I gotta fix this. Hold on. Because why on earth does my hair look like that? Ain't no way y'all cutting something at 7:36 at night. Be so for real. Oh no. Where is that coming from? Okay, I'm not. I was gonna text my mom and be like, could you go tell them to be quiet? Because what are y'all doing? It's nighttime. Anywho, As I was saying, let me just get into these comments really quick. Oh, BetterHelp. Yes, I would love to do a sponsorship with BetterHelp, especially because therapy is a part of the reason as to how I am back and better. And I am able to create content again. And I'm able to realize that I'm a great person and I need to be showing all my greatness, girl. Okay. I don't need to be on here limiting myself for no reason. Okay. So yeah, I would love to do BetterHelp. Max said you got to hit up a few Chicago based brands. Yes. On Instagram, I did a review on this burger. That's why I was like, bro, my content is like the algorithm is like, girl, who what? It's too much. It's too much. Because it's different once you have like thousands and thousands and thousands or even millions of subscribers or followers. Like obviously you can post random stuff and it can still get traction because there's so many people that are just tuned into whatever you do. But when you're first starting out, yeah, you do not want to show up in every algorithm. You want to build real estate. Oh, that's where I messed up. When my mentor was talking about real estate at McDonald's, you want to build up your real estate on a specific algorithm. You don't want to show up in every explore page. Okay. You want to show up in the ones that people can recognize you. And even if they don't follow, they go on that explore page and you got a good thumbnail and they're like, oh, let me click on that because she always serves looks. So yeah, you want to show up in different algorithm. So, yes, let's get into TikTok being so raw. Again, thanks everybody that's dialing in because I was wrong and I will be one of the I will admit that I was wrong. It is a great platform for you to grow on because it's very forgiving. You don't need to have nothing but your phone. Okay? YouTube not so much. It's not typically like that with YouTube. Okay, Siobhan. That is perfectly fine with me. Thank you for being my moderator this long. We're good because everybody said the audio good, everything sound good. Y'all say y'all couldn't hear whatever they doing in the background. Great, because I will sue them. I'm just kidding. But this is why TikTok is good. You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need to be a professional, and people are very forgiving. So aesthetic, you don't need to have. You don't even need to have your hair done. You don't need to have no makeup on. I'll let you show up on Instagram with your hair done and your makeup not on. They're not sending that out to the algorithm. It's like the algorithm can know and be like, she's dusty. I kid you not. I don't know how Instagram is like that, but they know. They know. And they're not gonna, if you don't put in effort into your look, you're not gonna grow on that platform. There's always gonna be a unicorn. We know that. Okay. He said Instagram will remind me of Hollywood. Yeah. So that's why me and Instagram, I'm cool. You know, even with my rebrand, I'm not starting a new Instagram because I couldn't give a this is how I feel about Instagram. It's cool. It's cool. They don't like me. That's fine. I've tried for years. Even before YouTube, I've tried for years on that platform. They don't like me. YouTube likes me. YouTube just wants me to niche down, and they've been telling everybody that, including myself. They told me that in my YouTube studio, and I didn't listen. But they sent me amazing people like yourselves who told me to do it too, and I'm listening for the first time. I'm listening. I'm here. We're here. We're niching down. I get it. Okay. I'm done wasting time. Got it. Got it. Clock it. Back to TikTok. TikTok also has an algorithm, right? Now, I'm not going to say that algorithms can be racist. I'm not going to say that. But TikTok seems to favor Black folks. Okay? Not over anybody else because obviously, you know, there's a lot of girls that are, you know, just white and they just post like random stuff and they really like, you know, do a good job on there. But yeah, Black people do really good on TikTok. There's a lot of big Black creators. Well, not big, but you get what I'm saying? Like successful creators on that platform who grew in a short period of time. That's rare for YouTube. YouTube, it takes you a long time to grow, you know, and I'm not trying to make everything about race, but for some reason, I don't know if it's because a lot of Black folks are consuming TikTok, but yeah, TikTok loves Black women. I just don't know what it is. I heard another YouTuber talking about this, and I don't know. They're doing good on there. They're like the hashtags for Black creators on TikTok, it gets more views than any other platform. So again, I don't know why that is, but if you're starting out and you happen to be Black, it's a good platform to start on. And it could also be the fact that TikTok is very forgiving. And sometimes when you come from the communities that we come from, sometimes you don't have the resources to buy all this stuff when you first start out as a content creator. So people start out on TikTok and then they grow their brand and then they push people over to, well, not push people, but they start their YouTube channel after the fact. And then people start to go over to their YouTube channel because they know them and they recognize them and they want to see more from them, or sometimes they stop posting on TikTok altogether. So people go run over to their YouTube channel. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that it is a great platform to grow on and to start on. And I am going to be posting a little bit on TikTok. But again, I'm not going out of my way to create content specifically for TikTok. It's just that if I'm getting ready, like I did a little get ready with me and I talked about how I'm nervous to do this live stream today. I didn't have time to edit it again because my priority is YouTube. You don't need to prioritize all of the apps. But I mean, if TikTok and Instagram loves get ready with me, then you have to get ready for a YouTube video and you have time, just turn on the camera while you're getting ready. Boom. You're favoring that platform because that platform likes that type of content. And you don't have to confuse your YouTube audience because maybe on YouTube you don't do get ready with meets, but on TikTok, maybe you don't care about the platform. So that's where you're posting yourself getting ready, you know? So I just wanted to talk about that because I was wrong. Okay. In the past, we've talked about Instagram and TikTok. I still feel the same way about Instagram. But TikTok is a phenomenal platform. And I know someone who's stayed consistent with that platform and they're making a lot of money and they've grown their audience. And that's really good. But YouTube will always be the big dog. YouTube is owned by Google. YouTubers make the most money because it is a long form platform and there's more advertisers. They're advertising with you with Google and YouTube, and you can place more ads in your videos. And guess what? If you're a brand or you're a business, okay, everyone's going to have a different answer to this. But don't you think most brands and businesses, and I'm not talking about brands that favor influencers, just people in general, finance people, there's all type of creators on YouTube. Wouldn't you want to spend your money investing into people who can have people watch for 10 minutes and longer than people who are watching for 14 to 60 seconds? I'm going to invest in the content creator that posts 30-minute videos then before I'm going to invest in the content creator that posts 7-second videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, I'm not saying one is better than the other, but that is why YouTube is going to always be the highest paid platform because people are watching for a longer period of time. What are they doing? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Did I just yell in y'all's ear? Bro, I told them that should I get up and okay, I'm not. I'm just Mom, if you're watching, can you go on the back porch and tell them to stop? It is 7:45. I will call the popo on them. You cannot be doing this at this time, right? Can somebody drop in the comments? Can they be renovating at this time of night? Like, is that not illegal? Can y'all hear that? You said leave them folks alone. Because I asked them yesterday. I said, "What is your schedule?" Because yesterday it was like 8 o'clock and they were still renovating and making a lot of noise. I'm like, "Hey, I'm a streamer. What's your schedule so I can not film during that time?" Because I could have easily started my stream at 8 o'clock. I started at 6 because they said they was gonna be gone. They said, "Oh, we gonna finish tomorrow." Well, y'all must be running late. They have until 10 p.m. All right. Yes, I can't call the popo. All right then. Well, let's just move on. I gave TikTok day praise. Congratulations. All right, let's talk about oh, this is funny. I believe the economy sucks. I do. I believe the economy sucks, and that's a good reason to start a TikTok. Let me tell you something. I mean, a platform on any platform. Let me tell you something. I don't know how I'll be knowing. Well, I do know how I'll be knowing because I like conspiracies just a little bit. just a little bit, and not just conspiracies that's like, oh, this person worships. Blah, blah. No, no, no. I like conspiracies about finance, things of that nature. Like, I like to follow the people who are like, there's a recession brewing. I'm like, oh my god, let me click on that. Let me listen to it. Oh my goodness, what is this? Or people who are like, oh my gosh, there's a new way to make money. Like, I love crypto because it's like it's new. So I listen to those things. And I have heard that the economy is going to get worse and it's going to be real bad in 2025. And I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. But if you happen to be a person that knows how to teach people about how to make money, if you have a side hustle that makes money, if you are good at sales, marketing, or any of those things, you need to be in the digital marketing space. Even if you are, assisting other brands and businesses as an independent contractor, this is the time to somehow get your hands into the creator economy, even if you're not the creator. Because again, there's so many things that go into this. Like I said, I was trying to hire an editor. I paid 2 people. They edited the videos, but they saw. But if the economy is going to get bad and you have the time, keep your job, give this video a like while you're at it. But this is a good time to learn a new skill. And I think that it would be a good time to learn a new skill that has something to do with the internet, because the internet is not going anywhere. And I think that content creation is one of the easier things to do, even though it's very difficult. It's not easy. But if you start on YouTube and you just live stream, a lot easier. Or if you start on TikTok and you story tell, a lot easier. Okay. Because a lot of people are going to lose their job. And if you don't have savings or a plan B or a backup, I just think this is a good opportunity. And starting a creator business in content creation is one of the fastest ways to become a millionaire right now. You can do your own research on that. Think Media talked about that, and they don't post stuff without research. They are literally a media company that teaches and strategizes on YouTube. And they didn't say YouTube specifically, but all of the platforms. Right now, the fastest way to millionaire status is through content, internet marketing, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, all these things. It's all under the one big umbrella of digital marketing. Okay. If you research digital marketing, then you will understand what I'm talking about. Because again, I'm not saying you have to hop on a camera and be a content creator. No. There's so many ways to digital marketing. Again, it can be as simple as you having your business right now or your side hustle right now and you creating ads and more marketing on social media. Yeah, it's free for consumers and creators get paid, and it's free to market on. It's free to run ads on. So that's what I'm saying. If the economy is getting worse and you have a side hustle or you have a business or you have something you're good at or you have a skill or you don't have a skill, now's a good time to learn digital marketing and get on here and get some of this creator economy, because it's going to get tough. And again, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. That's not what I'm here for. But I do think the economy sucks. I do think that we should be doing something about it. And I think we all have a phone. So use that phone to market something, market yourself, market a brand, market a product. The course that I bought is called the Ultimate Branding Course, and you can resell it for 100% of the rights. Now, bad for me if you go buy it, I'm just saying. But basically, you can resell, and I'm mentioning that to say you can resell products that you didn't even have to create. So you basically make an investment and then you can resell that. Like, there's creators that sell digital products that you can resell. It's called private label rights and master resale rights. And that's why I bought it. Okay. I bought it in March or April and I barely market it on my channel. But I know that if the economy tumbles, I have something that I can market and I'm good at marketing and I'm building a business. So I don't have to go up there and sit down and create a course, but you can resell courses and digital products and food books. And there's like so many things you can resell that you didn't even create yourself. So I'm just dropping some gems and just trying to, help people figure out what's about to happen, because people losing their jobs equal more views. They're at home. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you might be thinking like, "Oh, if people are losing their jobs, they're not gonna spend money." Check 2020, baby, because people were at home jobless and money was still circulating. People were still spending money. So I don't really know how that works. You gonna document your movie. I know some people keep those things under wraps until the final project done. Well, so you can't, right? Until the project is released, you typically, I mean, I guess it's not a rule when you're indie, but I definitely wouldn't post anything until after the project is finished. You want people to watch the project and then watch the BTS. Never release BTS before the product because people might not tune in because they feel like they've already seen it or they know what it's about or they don't like it. You want people to watch the movie first. Like that's a little bit different. Film industry is kind of hard and tricky to understand, but there is definitely a reason why BTS doesn't come out until the very end. And BTS doesn't even come out unless people like the project. If a project flops, you'll never see BTS for it. Unless it's like the biggest of biggest celebrities and they did something silly. But yeah, I will document the process, but I definitely wouldn't post it until the video is there. You want to drop your marketing and hype up the video. I mean, the movie, then you drop the movie, and then boom, you drop all the extra stuff, because what matters the most is people watching the movie, not people watching the BTS of the movie. So, yes, I'm going to document every single project that I work on that's my project. I did do a short film with Morris Chestnut. It's around 28 minutes. It's really getting traction around all of the um short film festivals, and it is going to be turned into a feature. I did get some short content and behind the scenes for that, but again, when it's not your project, it's just tricky waters and I don't want to mess up my name. So when it comes to my projects, okay, Sky Hidden Productions, which is not going to be the name of my production company. I already have my production company. But yes, I will definitely drop BTS of movies and TV shows, anything that I work on. Primarily want to do movies because y'all know my life, I'll be all over the place. TV, you got to be a little more in the work 9 to 5 type of lifestyle. But yeah, I'm gonna document all of that because I don't know too many people that's doing that, and I think that's really cool. Because I would be obsessed with a channel that is showing, like imagine a film producer, the biggest film producers and stuff, like, oh, get ready with me to go on set to produce a movie. What? I'm watching, I'm dialed in, subscribe, 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 turn on the bell notifications. I want to see that. Imagine a director, showing his morning of, and he's getting ready to film a movie with Michael B. Jordan. The morning, the morning before, or wait, um, 4 hours before filming with Michael Jordan or Michael B. Jordan. I'm sorry. Let me redo that. Imagine a director has a YouTube channel and he's like 4 hours before going on set with Halle Berry. Are you kidding me? Instant views there. Instant freaking views. I would definitely watch that. So, yes, I'm definitely going to drop my content. But again, those people, and myself included, wouldn't drop that content. It will be pre recorded, it will be after the project. You go watch the project first. Because if people have opinions before the project comes out, then they might not watch it and you done wasted way too much money. It takes way too much money to bring a project to your screens, a movie. So yeah, I definitely will. Opportunity, yes, opportunity is everywhere. So again, this is a great time to get into the digital marketing space and understand it, even if you don't create content, because content creation is only a small part of digital marketing. Like matter of fact, let me pull it up for you guys really quickly. This is going to take just a second, so do not click off the video. Go ahead and give it a like and comment below if you haven't already, so they can be pushed out to more people. I truly appreciate that. But I just want to I just got to show y'all really quick all the things that's a part of digital marketing, because I'm telling y'all the economy does not feel good. I don't trust it. So there's 5 common types of digital marketing. There's content marketing, search engine optimization, pay per click, social media marketing, and email marketing. So I know you guys know most of those things. Pay per click is basically paying for ad placements on search engines and other platforms. Instagram. You know how you just scrolling on Instagram and it'd be like Add. That could be for your business. That could be for a service that you sell. Again, if you have a skill, you can be making money from that skill so many different ways. So even if you're not creating the content, you can pay for ads to market whatever your side hustle or business is. Social media marketing, obviously, you know what that is, using a social media platform to promote your brand or content. Email marketing. A lot of people can be doing email marketing, and you don't have to, sell something to do email marketing. You can buy people's emails. You ever receive those emails and you're like, how did they get my email? And it's not necessarily spam, it's a business. Oh, yep, they bought your email. So there's a lot of different ways that you can market your brand, your service, your business. So I'm just saying that if you're watching this and you just so happen to think about it, I know that it takes like 9 times for something to come your way, but I'm trying to be a part of that 9 in order for you to act on it, because I'm so glad that I have this and I can always go into corporate America if I need to. But being that I'm like right here when it comes to monetization, and I'm finna really spice it up and be on the channel very consistent, it's like I'm gonna make a lot of money from this. And I'm so grateful that I don't have to be too stressed about the recession that could be coming. Because again, I'm not saying it's coming. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, because that's scary for a lot of people, especially 9 to 5 people who live paycheck to paycheck and solely rely on their company. Because when there's a recession, people lose their jobs. I bought bundles and bundles of PLR content. I have a whole site. See, like PLR is private label rights. It is content that it's material that you didn't have to create, but you buy it and you can resell it. And you can put your own private label on there. You can put your own name and your own branding on there. A lot of skincare companies do this, right? Like there's like one country where all of the skincare brands have to be created and formulated in specific biolabs or something like that. And so everyone either is getting the same product just relabeled in different ways because they can only be in a few labs that are approved. So it's like so funny how it's really a matter of who has the better marketing, because everyone's using the same skincare and ingredients. So yeah, that's kind of like what private label rights are. And again, if you have no idea what you're doing, but you know how to sell, you don't know how to create a product, or you don't know how to do content, you can resell other products. You also can do things like for example, reaction videos. It's content I don't have to create. Like, yeah, I'm creating content, but I'm just creating content based off of content already created. So I don't have to sit there and spend a whole lot of time researching like I did with personal development. My notes would be so long. It would take me so long to bring a video in front of you. But with reaction content, I'm just like, what's viral? Let me react to it. It must be funny. So, and there's people that make stupid money from reaction videos. Fun fact, Kai Cenat, there's this one video he made $40,000 from that video from Google AdSense. $40,000. And he didn't come out and say this, but someone who studies, and all this stuff, like said that. And they didn't say it in a bad way. They were like dissecting his channel or whatever. Hold on. Why did it lag like that? Am I here? I'm here? Okay, cool. But there was somebody. Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure I'm still here, that we're still here. But anywho, he made 40 bands, $40,000 on one YouTube video. Most of his content on his page is not edited, it is live streamed, which means that he can get an idea, turn on the camera, boom, it's uploaded. He's making money. $40,000. Do you know how long it takes some people to make $40,000? So again, I'm not saying that corporate America is bad. I'm not saying anything beside the fact that if the economy is hard for you right now, it's a good time to learn how to make money on the side. Don't quit your day job for content until it replaces your income. Okay. So just wanted to drop those gems. God put it on my heart. I'm just sharing it. You said rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, but he definitely blew up during the pandemic. Yeah, a lot of people blew up during the pandemic. And I think that has a lot to do with why people are confused about how long it takes to grow on social media, myself included, because I was at home watching people. And again, it's like, oh, you were saying that to say he blew up during the pandemic. Like, when people were at home, jobless, people were watching content. Exactly. Because you get paid as well when people watch your content from Google AdSense. So it's not even that you have to sell or market anything other than yourself if you're a content creator. But I don't want to try to push everyone to be content creators because it's not as easy as it seems. It's really not. And it takes longer, which is why I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry too much in 2025, which I don't have to anyways, but I'm just saying like as far as like content, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be able to make money. By that time, I'll be making good money from my channel, which feels good, you know? So yeah, if the light is changing, it's because the sun has gone completely down, and that's okay. We're still looking great, okay? Um, yes, some extra for you to do. Whoops, I meant to say something extra for you to try out on your channel, Mazi. Oh, yes, Mazi is a director. So, yes, BTS. He's been doing BTS for sure, but definitely like showing your day, like your morning before, and like how you prepare and how you prep. And do you wipe your camera? Today, I had to wipe my camera, and I'm so glad I did because it had a smudge. And I was like, imagine I didn't catch that. Like, if I didn't do my thumbnail beforehand, I wouldn't have known that I had a smudge on my camera, and this whole video would have been a little blurry. So, yeah, I think it's really good for directors or people who are behind the scenes in Hollywood or the independent space of filmmaking to post the process because people are interested. People want to see that, and not enough people do. They try to keep the industry so secret and private. Whatever. Okay. Oh, this is personal. So you may be wondering, like, okay, Sky, I was wondering, like, why am I still doing this? Not getting paid, 2 years of failing, 2 years of changing my niches, not having a niche, having a niche, da, da, da. Why am I still here? Because God didn't give me this vision for no reason. God gave me a clear vision of where this is gonna take me. Clear. I'm talking about I know exactly where I'm going. I didn't know how to get there, and I'm still learning how to get there, but, like, I can go to sleep and dream it vividly. And if God is putting something on your heart like that, it's not gonna go away. You're either just not gonna do it or you're gonna do it. And so, although I get knocked down and I get knocked down and I get confused and I get stuck and I get lost, I'm like, I have to keep going. I have to figure this out. I have to do this. It's like something's going to give because at the end of the day, I didn't just like say like, "Oh my gosh, I want to be a YouTuber." Like, no, I want to build a personal brand. I want to help people. That's why I still do my YouTube tips. Like everyone's like, when you rebrand, you shouldn't do YouTube tips. No, I might have a third channel teaching people how to do content because everyone's selling it now. And of course, when this information is free, it's here for you. It might be 3, 4 year old videos that you got to go back and watch because everyone's trying to sell a course now. But at the end of the day, like I love helping people. I love connecting to people. And like again, this is given, it's just God. God put this on my heart. God said this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to show up, even if I look like a fool, even if I'm not growing at the fast pace of everybody else. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, now that I am finding myself again, and now that I'm no longer limiting myself, because why should I give about what people think and feel about me, especially when nobody's watching? I put out my vlogs and I know a lot of people aren't going to watch those, but I had so much fun and I want to go back and watch it 5 years later. So, again, I say this to say that if you're passionate about something, if God put something on your heart, just keep going. It's going to pay off. God will never steer you in the wrong direction. And I don't care how many family members or people I have to break this down to, as long as I'm not asking you for nothing. I don't even ask people to watch my videos for real like that anymore. Then don't question this because it's from God. I know that I'm supposed to be doing this. And I know that I'm supposed to be helping people while I do it. And I feel like as long as I'm doing something that makes me happy and I'm helping people in the process, that's all that matters. That's what matters the most. Not the monetization, not the money. It's important, because don't not pay me, you're paying other people. Like, of course. If the money never existed, I would still do this because I always when I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor, which means I wanted to be in front of the camera. Okay. I wanted to tell stories. I wanted to connect with people on an international level. So I'm gonna keep going. And I want to thank everybody who has been watching me because I wanted to give up a lot of time. So many times. I've been lost the whole 2 years I've been creating content. I've made so many mistakes. I've bought gear that didn't matter, gear that didn't help. I've spent so much money, you know? But at the end of the day, I would do it all over again because it's what I want to do. It's what I want to do. And if you feel silly while doing anything that God put on your heart, it don't matter because I guarantee you, once it pays off, you're going to be glad you did it. You're going to be glad you looked silly. You're going to be glad you look like a clown. You're going to be glad you were cringe because a lot of the successful people have failed at something. I don't know an entrepreneur that didn't fail at their first business. Every entrepreneur that I have met have started multiple businesses. Okay. Literally, and failed at every single one of them until the one that was successful. And this is a business. Content creating is a business. You're creating your own schedule, you're providing your own marketing, you're providing your own technology and gear and computer and desk and chair and all of these things. There are tax write-offs. Okay? You can have an LLC for your content creation, your media company. So, yeah, I can definitely relate. I'm just creating and being patient. He already told me where I'll be. That part. And what you got to do is you got to improve each and every video. Go back and watch my first live stream. It don't look nothing like this one. And I'm in the same room. I'm in the same room. Okay. But I studied and I connected with other YouTubers. Glory be to God. Wow. Collaboration is so powerful. Even if like when I talked about collaboration in my video, I don't even just mean getting it on camera and talking. I mean, getting on camera and creating content with another creator. I mean, sharing ideas, helping each other. Like Nala Wright had wrote me and was like, let's catch up, you know? And then I later that day or the next day, I wrote her and was like, hey girl, I think I need to do live streaming again. Uh any tips? You know, because I live streamed when I did it, I was doing it once a week. I never did like back to back days. So I'm like, do you do the same time? Do you announce ahead of time? Because I'm like, life happens so much. Like if I was like, oh, I'm gonna go every day at 6 o'clock, what if I can't, you know? So I watched her video. She gave me some advice, and it's like, no, just let them know the day of, like, hey, I'm about to go live. And she was like, some days she just didn't even announce it. She just went live at the time that she could because she's a mother and she would have a lot of moments where she just couldn't, stick to a set time. But as long as you get that live stream out that day, that's what matters, you know? So collaboration happens behind the scenes too. And I'm so grateful to have that. And you can take that advice no matter what industry you work in. Reach out to other people in your field, in your career field. See how much money they're making. Like they can teach you so many different things. You can find out, you're not going to find out whether you're overpaid or underpaid if you don't know how much other people are getting paid. Same thing with work. You're not going to find out if you're working too much or too little until you ask other people. You're not going to find out if other companies would treat you better until you ask other people. One of my siblings got his second job, like his best job that he's had through a friend, who's like, "Oh, this company is great. My friend put me on. Let me tell my friends about it." So collaboration is just truly phenomenal, guys. I'm telling you. Now is the time. This is like this generation, the things that have happened to all of us has made us very much too independent, especially as women. My gosh, husband, find me, please. I'm so ready to nurture you, cook and clean for you. Anywho, but no, like this generation has made us so independent and we don't talk to people. We're not social. We don't go outside. We don't really connect with people as much as we should. But when I am telling you, now is the time to build community again. You need to connect with people. You need to be talking to people, especially about money. Have the tough conversations. Talk to people about credit. If your credit sucks, And your friends doesn't ask questions. You know, family members, and even if you're scared to talk to people who know you, join groups and communities. You got to look out for yourself, and you can't look out for yourself without having other people that are looking out for you and that you are looking out for. Great live. I'm thinking of starting another channel so I can be a little more free and relax my content boundaries. My channel is too niche. Start it. Start it. Start it today. Start it tomorrow. Start it. I'm going to do the same thing. Especially if you're like me, I'm a small channel. So it doesn't make sense for me to not. Hold on. I'm sorry. Jeez Louise. These hurt my ears. Oh, oh my gosh, y'all. Can y'all still hear? Like, can I take those off? Let me see. Can somebody comment and let me know? Can you guys still hear me? Because that is so uncomfortable. You said yes? Oh, thank God. Whoa. Like, let me show you the other headphones. Hold on. They look like this. Now, I know does the audio still sound good because I have a fan underneath my computer because it overheats when I do anything now because it's getting old. Does the audio sound worse? Just let me know. But these are so comfortable. Look how they fit fully over my ear. Like, bruh, you said the audio does sound worse? Dang. So I should put these headphones back on, huh? I'm sorry. If you guys are not watching live, hey, it's a live stream. Be nice. That's just so uncomfortable. You see how my ears are pointing? So the way that the beats are set up, you see that? Like, it's a circle. All good. The Yeti gonna always come through. Praise the Lord. I can't do this. I can't. Hopefully I get these to work tomorrow, or I might spend some more money. Because I can't do that for over an hour. That is painful. My ears are screaming right now. Jeez Louise. That is so uncomfortable. Okay. Getting back on track. There's no change in audio. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here too. Because my mom went to sleep. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Great live. I'm thinking of starting a new channel. Yes. Start the channel, girl. Because at the end of the day, if you are still going to be creating the same amount of content, it's not going to really change your schedule. So why not just post that content onto different pages with different niches than to post that content on the same page and confuse the algorithm, or to not post that content at all? Because see, my problem was I fell out of love with my niche, which was personal development. So I stopped creating content. And then I started to enjoy the reaction videos, which got views but no subscribers, because people will go on my page, my channel, and the first video that pops up is how YouTube changed my life. And they trying to laugh, they trying to see Kai Cenat be like, Jack, Jack. They trying to see all of that. They're not trying to see me be like, yeah, guys, like, what we're doing now. So it just makes sense for me to have a second channel. And for some people, it does too. So if it makes sense for you, girl, do it. I don't see why not. Now, if you're trying to grow two things at once, we talked about that earlier. Maybe go back and watch that portion of it, because another very, very successful 6-figure earning YouTuber talked about that. He said you can build two things at once on the same platform. And I second that and say, especially if it doesn't change your schedule. Because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you to have a niche. I'm learning that. Okay. And if you can be consistent because you're enjoying yourself while doing content, then it's going to help your other channel, which may not be as fun. Because what you said is you're trying to you want to have the other channel because you want to relax your content boundaries. That means you're probably not having as much fun. You're welcome, sis. And you should be having fun while doing this. You really should. You should be having fun. And if you're not, but you're getting paid because your niche is like super, a hyper niche, and you make a lot of money, like if you're in finance and it may not be fun, but you're making money, and you also want to have a fun channel, I guarantee you creating those fun videos will give you the motivation you need to create the videos that aren't as fun. So do it, boo. Do it. Community is the new meta AMP, Nelk Boys, etc. Oh, can you elaborate on that, Kofi? I love AMP. I didn't even know who they were until like I knew Kai Cenat. I found out who Kai Cenat was last year because I was in a relationship and he's from New York. And I found out about AMP this year. And again, I'm writing a comedy. So I love them because they are comedy. They are hilarious. And I am writing, we are doing character development through, these guys because the script is about young men and I'm not a young man. So me and my dad are writing the script. He's a man, but he's not a young man. And I'm a woman, you know, but I'm not a young man. And they're helping a lot with that script because I don't know much of the lingo. So I can just watch their videos and get hip as to what the guys are saying. Like, let me see if I can think of one. Like, oh, Kai, he'd be like, she on my body. She on my body. And that mean like, oh, she like him. Like, she like him for real. Like, oh, you on my body. That mean you like me for real. And my generation doesn't say that. What? I'm a millennial. What does that even mean? He on my body. So yeah, it's good to that's why it's so fun because just imagine 20 years from now, like people will be able to go back and watch that content and be like, what were my parents doing 20 years ago? You know? So fun. I'm so glad I'm a part of this content creation and all of that stuff. Make sure you guys are giving this video a thumbs up, please, so it can be sent out to the algorithm. Everyone watching, please like the video. It helps so much. I believe that is you said laughing my butt off. People love solo creators, but when you have a community of creators, that's what you were talking about. When you have a community of creators, it's almost like the Marvel universe, different characters interacting with each other, so forth, so on and so forth. Yes, I can see that because when I read the comments, there's people that's like, "Oh, I'm so glad Chris was the main character of this AMP video because he doesn't get as many like, blah, blah blah." And like he has his own fans, and Kai has his own fans, and Phantom has his own fans. And dang, I thought I was gonna be able to name them all. And Duke has his own fans. And wait, Chris, Kai, Duke, Phantom. Help me, Kofi. There's one more. Ooh, I don't think I can name them all. But anywho, there's like 5 Black men who are, I believe they're Gen Z and young millennial cusp. And they were streamers, I guess, and YouTubers. And then they came together and they created a group. And now they create content together and then also on their individual channels. And they live together in a house. Oh, Agent. Yes, Agent. Oh, and Agent's one of my faves. I love Agent. He's like the businessman. So that's fine because I'm like funny and silly and goofy, but I'm always going to be on business first. But yeah, I feel what you're saying wholeheartedly. That would be so much fun to live in a content house. I mean, I'm too grown for that now, but to have a content studio with other YouTubers would be a lot of fun where we come together, we collaborate, and like we have a studio in LA or Atlanta and we all create content there together. I think that would be super cool. I would love to do something like that. So if any of you guys are watching and y'all would want to do something like that, call my phone, call me. Because I absolutely love creating content. And if I was in a room with other people and we was all creating content together, that would be hilarious. Because the nerves would kind of like go away. If there's like 4 other creators in the room with you and these your people, these your bros, these your family, and y'all are linking up to create content together, or y'all are even helping each other, like I'm gonna be your cameraman, and then once your video done, you finna be my cameraman. Like that's gonna be really good. Cause I was doing that at one point with a girl that I was cool with in LA. And it was like, bro, when we were creating content on the same time, even though it was separate content, it was so much easier. Like I was in those videos, it was a lot easier to be myself because we were having fun. Like it didn't feel like work. Mazi said, I'm looking into doing that in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, in Atlanta, period. Sign me up. Keep me updated. Atlanta's just a flight away. Also, guys, another reason I've been gone, not posting content all summer, which a lot of people double down on content during the summer. Little pro tip: you want to post a lot of content in the summer and in the around Christmas time. That's when people are watching like a lot of content. Summer and Christmas time. Now, again, you might go watch a video 4 years ago that say something different, but right now, them kids is scrolling. So, yeah, everybody kid got a phone, so people are watching content. So you want to be posting a lot of content in the summer and around Christmas time. I was traveling though because I tried to move to back to LA. I put in applications and everything, but because I worked for myself, that hurt my thing. Like, I looked good on paper, but because I was an entrepreneur, they wanted me to have 5 months of everything. And I think 2 months, I had just started my business and it was doing good at that time, but it was a new business. So I didn't get any of those places. So I didn't get to move to LA, but I was traveling. Like, I believe I've taken 9 or 10 trips, which is crazy because don't nobody even know about it. It's not even on my Instagram. And that's because I got all this content. I'm like, I'm a batch create. And then I would sit there and get too much content and I would get overwhelmed at the fact that I have to edit. Like my New York city trip, the folder is like 200 pieces of content. What I'm supposed to do with that? And that's what I'm telling you. I've made so many mistakes. Like, if you're a vlogger or if you're creating content because you're in a new city, only get the shots that matter. Because even in Hollywood, you are only seeing the stuff that matters. You always get more content than you need. But if you suck at editing or you hate editing like I do, it is better to have less content than to have more content. Because those are sitting in the archives. They're sitting in the drafts. It's just a thing. I've realized that I am more of a streamer than I am a content writer, long form video editor. So I need to be doing more streaming, hence why I'm doing the reaction channel. I need to be doing more streaming than long form. Um Writing a script, filming it, editing it, and marketing it. I love it. I'll still do it. It's still going to happen. But in order for me to be consistent, I need some easier stuff too. And that's why, hello, I'm on a 7-day live stream challenge. Give this video a thumbs up. We are going to be here every day for the next 7 days. And I'm super, super, super excited about that. I couldn't be happier. So without further ado, it's your girl Sky back with a banger. Okay, we in here for 2 hours and 21 minutes because one thing I know how to do is talk and entertain. And guess what? I'm gonna be here tomorrow, so you don't gotta go home, but you gotta subscribe and like and share the love and come back tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sky and I'm tuning out. Love you.